Hi guys, and welcome back to the Planets and Problems podcast, the podcast where we solve all of your astrological dilemmas, the podcast that is out of this world, and the podcast that the universe calls for. I'm Atalia.
And I'm Ayesha.
And I'm a Sagittarius.
And I'm a Virgo. And when are you going to learn the intro so that you don't have to
When are
read
you
it?
going to learn the intro so that I don't have to say it?
I feel like you've come up with this intro, so it's not for me to learn. You need to learn it. Next episode, I want it by heart.
No, next episode I want you to write one.
Okay.
And then you have to do your version of the intro.
Okay, that's fine.
And then we'll have a vote to see whose is better.
Fine.
And then whichever one sticks.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Welcome back, everyone.
Hi guys. First of all, I've got a question.
Okay.
What's your dream big three in a guy? Go.
Oh my gosh, this is very on the spot. Didn't we do this though in the
I think
two
we did for
episodes
ourselves.
ago?
No, we did like our dream big three if we had to change it.
No, we did a dream big three for us and a partner and a friend.
Oh, okay, yeah, you did. I didn't answer mine though, I don't think. So I'm just asking myself the question.
Ask yourself the question then.
Sag rising.
Okay.
I haven't thought this through at all.
Because I can't even remember what I said.
I'm sure you said Sag big three.
Why have you remembered
No.
what I've said but you can't remember asking me the question?
You had something like Sagittarius Sun. Was this? There might have been a bit of Virgo in there. There was
Virgo
something.
rising, Scorpio moon.
Was that it?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it was.
I'm definitely chucking a bit of Sag in there. Sag rising.
Sag moon.
Not Sag moon, forget that. What's the stable moon placement? I guess it might just have to be Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that doesn't have anything to do with stability.
Capricorn.
No. That's your dream because you don't like people with emotions.
I am a Capricorn moon, that's why.
Oh yeah.
So I am like,
Do you think you have stable emotions?
my emotional side, which is Capricorn, is no emotion. Like, I think I can be sensitive, I take stuff on, but like deep down me, on my own, my soul is pretty emotionless. Like,
Does that work in your favour?
yeah, because like, not to like bait myself out here, but like if I see like something that's really horrible that's going on, or if I like walk past something really horrible, like I can switch off from that. And like sometimes if someone tells me something that's really, really horrible, I don't feel anything.
Like Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
I've never even watched it, but I know that scene.
Yeah, so anyway, that is
Cool.
not even what we were talking about.
You've not sold it to me. Libra moon. And what was left? Sun.
Libra moon.
Libra moon. I like Libra man. And I don't want a full Libra sun because there's parts I don't like.
Yeah.
I might just have to go aqua sun because
Well, that's
I've got an
who you
aqua
with.
sun.
That is who you're with.
My boyfriend, he's a Aries moon, which is difficult. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what his rising is yet though, and oh my gosh guys, I need to find out.
Yeah, find out for us by the next episode.
I'll message his mum.
Okay.
What's your son's birth time?
Right, we wanted to tell you actually about, we went to a family barbecue.
Oh yeah.
And basically a family friend, without specifically explaining who that is, a family friend is psychic and she gave us a little reading, didn't she?
Yes, but little disclaimer, when she gave us this reading she'd had a drink and apparently her psychic tendencies aren't as accurate or something like that. She can't tap into it as well.
Okay.
When she's had a drink, that's what she said to me.
Right, okay, that's interesting. I didn't hear that bit, so I just
That wasn't that
night.
night, this was another time.
Right.
Because I'd asked her for something like a few months ago. I was like, oh, can you do me a reading? And she was like, not really, because I've had a drink.
Okay. Because she managed to do us one.
Yeah, without even asking.
So, do you want to go first with what she said or me?
No, you go. Okay, I'll just go first because yours is a bit more dramatic. So, she'd said to me as soon as I saw her, what was it? You were there. You remember it better for some reason.
She said that it's wasn't it that good that you moved out and you made the right decision?
Yeah, she was like checking in on me. She was like, oh, you and your boyfriend are living together now. And I was like, yeah, we are. We live in Sheffield. And she said, yeah, that's the right decision.
Yeah.
Which is basically saying to me, my single days are over, aren't they?
I feel like, so to be honest, to be transparent, me and Atalia at this point have had quite a few readings.
For the average person, yeah.
Well,
you more than me.
If we include that one that we had at the barbecue, we've had like 3 in the past year.
You've had more than that because you went to a psychic development thing.
I did go to a psychic development class a few times, so I've had loads. But the thing that I feel like keeps coming up for you, which makes sense to what was said to you, the main thing that was said to you at the barbecue, is that like you and your boyfriend are soulmates. That's been said to you like more than once, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I'm never going to be single again.
Whereas me, whenever I have a reading, so this is basically what this person said to me, and this is what other psychics have said to me as well, is that I'm going to meet someone older than me, and we're gonna get on really well, we're gonna be like in love, etc. They're gonna have money and we're gonna put a deposit down on a house. That's what she said to me at the barbecue. But that same thing of I see you looking around a house with somebody that is older than you has been said to me like probably 3 times now. And I'm just like, when is this person coming? Because I got some more specific info.
Is that the person you're going to be with forever then?
No one's told me forever.
Oh
Atalia.
my god.
No one's giving me.
Well, no one's told me forever actually.
You've had soulmates.
Is that forever?
Not necessarily, but you've had soulmates. Whereas mine is literally like, yeah, you're going to meet someone, then you're going to meet someone else. The meeting that I had in February, I was still in a relationship, and she gave me like 2 other people that I'm going to meet.
Do you know what it is? One of the first, I think it was the first psychic that you went to go and see in Manchester, said it's going to be career first for you.
Yep.
And then relationship. So get your career.
I need to hurry up.
To the ground.
I really need to hurry up. Oh my god, well, I'm doing my best, guys. I'm doing my best.
You know what? I haven't actually told you this. When we went to go and see the psychic in February, was it? The FaceTime one. They actually said to me, I don't think I actually told you this, that she was like, yeah, you'll settle before your sister.
What? Why have you only just told me that?
I think it's what you needed to hear.
At this point in February, guys, I was living in a house with my ex-boyfriend, and we had a dog and a house full of furniture in a functioning relationship, and she said to you that you will settle first.
Yes. She was like, yeah, you'll settle first.
What? I don't even know how I feel about that.
Don't know what to tell you, mate.
Well,
this wasn't part of the plan.
I don't. No, of course I planned for myself to like never settle down, basically. That wouldn't surprise me at all. My soul knows we've got multiple reincarnations. I'm not settling down ever.
Not in this lifetime.
But, so she also said about my career that I'm gonna like get a promotion or something like soon. And that's gonna give me like a decent amount of wealth. So she said that, and she said that the person that I'm going to meet, there's going to be something to do with their eyes, and that I'm going to meet them through like work, like a work environment.
How exciting.
I know. So,
but you work from home.
But I work from home, so I'm going to be meeting like a person on a screen, basically. I don't know, because the one in February said that I'm going to meet someone through work as well. So that's what I find.
Yeah, and then you had that like, what was it, like a works do in London, and you thought, oh, maybe this is it.
And then I was poorly and I couldn't go, because that's when I had my tooth
did you
surgery.
Go to that?
Didn't end up going because I literally had tooth surgery. It got rescheduled, didn't it?
Oh, right.
So.
But you still didn't meet anyone?
No, I didn't go to the do.
Oh, it got rescheduled?
No, my tooth surgery got rescheduled so that it was the week of the due, so I wasn't well enough to go.
So, but didn't you go to London at some point?
I went to London to have my photo taken, but like not everyone was there. There was only a few people in the office. I did meet one person in particular, but I won't go into that.
Why not?
In case they hear it.
Okay.
And maybe one day we'll be able to talk about this person. It wasn't in that way.
I don't even know what you're on about.
The Leo.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant like a person as in like that you dated.
No. Nothing like that. I didn't meet anyone that I'd even like potentially date. Actually, there was one guy that was good looking, but he's married with 2 kids, so unless he's... What do you mean, so?
That could have been your choice.
He's older.
There you are.
But,
then.
so she
Older
said,
guys are married.
Maybe he's going to get a divorce and split up, and then I'm going to meet him at the Christmas do, because that is when
Maybe that was your one chance, mate.
No, because I'm next going in December for the Christmas do.
Yeah, he's got time to get divorced.
But, or separate. But, the thing is, I can't even remember what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
You've lost my train of thought.
I do that.
It was to do with the psychic. Oh, right. So, they also said that me and Atalia are going to have children.
Yeah.
And they're going to be really close. But I don't want kids.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Like, I genuinely don't. So
no, you don't want kids, but you're not completely shut off to the idea.
I'm like 99% sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's gone up since we last spoke.
Yeah, I just...
It doesn't sound like you've got a choice.
I'd need a whole other podcast to go for every reason why. But...
That's fine.
Well, what I'm thinking is that I'm going to have a kid and change my mind. I'm not going to like it. So I'm going to give it to you, and that's why the kids are going to be close.
They're going to be close because they're siblings.
Because it's going to be opposite your house.
That's fine. I'll take your kid under my wing.
But just speaking on that, the psychic in February said to me that there's a child there if I want one. So it's not like, it's not set in stone that I'm going to have children. It's just that there is a child there if I decide that's right for me. And at that point, she said to me, which was lovely, that my boyfriend at the time, it won't be his. And we were still together. And she was like, there's a child there if you want one, but it will not be his.
Yeah, but my question then would have been, is the kid like cool enough? Like, is it worth having? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if it's up to me, then I need to hear a bit more about this kid.
Can you tell me a bit about the kid? Like, what's it going to be like?
I got told I'm going to have a baby relatively soon as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so our family member randomly walked into where I work in a shop one day and decided to start giving me a reading, even though I was literally at work. And she said, things are going to change for you. You're not going to be working here by the end of this year. Well, okay. I'm like, can you keep your voice down? My boss is. But she also said that I'm going to have a baby. They're going to be so cute. It's going to be a little baby boy. And she was like holding them up like this. I was like, okay.
Oh my
Yeah, she's like
god.
so cute. And she said within, I think she said 2 months. But then she like corrected herself and she was like, no, 2 years. And she was like, well, I did say 2 months. And she said about 18 months. And that was the conclusion. It's been over 2 months since that. But there is no sign of baby on the way.
We ain't got time for that at the moment with all the
No,
stuff
we
that we
don't.
want to do.
And also, I think my boyfriend would faint.
Yeah. I would faint. I'd be really upset. I'm not
Well,
gonna
you
lie.
thought I was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
When I called you with my news.
Yeah.
I just had some Korea news. But I just text Ayesha saying, I have news, can I call you? To which her mind immediately went to, she's pregnant. And because I hadn't been drinking as well.
Yeah.
So you just assumed.
Yeah.
Because I knew you sounded weird on the other end of the phone. When
Yeah, I was
called.
waiting for you to be like, well, when someone says they've got news, you just got no idea what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, especially when I give people news, because it's usually like so random. Like I've told them that I'm like moving to America the week before, and then the week after I'm like, oh, I'm engaged. Like that's the level, that's the sort of news you get from me.
Yeah, to be fair, but I don't have news very often, so people don't really know what to expect.
True. But yeah, so that's the psychic reading that we had. I think let me see if there's anything else that they said. No, I think that was it, but if you're interested in any more, because there's so much, isn't there, that we actually have in terms of psychic readings. Maybe at some point we'll tell you about the one that we saw in Brighton, because that was just crazy. But we might have to save that, because that will be like, that will take us ages to talk about. But if you're interested in shit like that, just let us know. But yeah, so should we move on to the affirmation of the week?
Woohoo!
Okay, so this one is for me, for selfish reasons, but everyone else can use it as well. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways.
Yeah.
I love that. It sounds like you've got the control overall.
Yeah. And I feel like I need that in my life.
We all need to hear it. Say it to yourself 3 times right now. We'll wait.
Okay.
Nobody did that.
Nobody did that. Right. Should we move on to our problems?
Yeah.
Well, not our problems, but your problems.
So, our planet problem number 1.
Wait, don't forget to email Planets and Problems. She just jumps in with whatever. Don't forget to email planetsandproblems@gmail.com if you want to send us your problems or stories or whatever. And don't forget to include your star signs, your zodiac signs. So, number 1. They're not dating, but they're a Pisces. Last year, in October, they met a Scorpio man, and they felt something so strong about them being the one. They'd never felt like this, but the timing wasn't great and they stopped talking. But there was nothing on bad terms. They still stalk him, but they just don't know how to start talking to them again. He has a girl best friend who they feel like he has feelings for, and, well, basically just feels like they've got feelings for them. They've both got feelings for each other. And that was one of the reasons that they stopped talking to them in the first place, was because of the girl best friend.
Right.
So Pisces met Scorpio. Scorpio's got a girl best friend, and they want to start talking to the Scorpio again.
Oh, let the Scorpio.
Let Scorpio go.
Let the Scorpio go. Scorpio.
Scorpio. First, should we touch on, I don't know if we've touched on this already, but should we just quickly touch on girl best friends?
We have touched on this already. You know how I feel about it. Makes me sick. No. My issue is, right, if I meet a guy and he doesn't I don't even know. Have we touched on this? No, I'm getting confused. We talked about being friends with exes.
Yeah, we did. Right, go on then. Tell me, girl best friend, yes or no?
Well, no. Well, immediately no.
It's so funny.
Even if it's like childhood, especially if it's childhood.
Oh God.
Like, no, why are you friends with girls? But also, I saw this thing on TikTok and it was like, no, you want guys who have girl best friends, because the only other experience they have with being close to women is their mother, who they probably hate, and you. So you kind of do want guys that can actually have a conversation with a woman. I'm just speaking from my standpoint, because I know for a fact I cannot be friends with men.
So,
unless they're gay.
We're very different, because I have male friends, and like one of my best friends is a man, and well, more than one actually. So, and I have been friends with men. I've got 3 men in particular, and I have not slept with any of them yet.
That's it though.
I'm like, one's married and the other one's getting married, so that's not happening, but
but the other one,
let's not talk about.
Well, do you know what I mean? It's never a closed book. It's never just a friendship.
Right. So I think it can be. The person that I am seeing, I obviously won't like tell too many personal details, but the person that I'm seeing, their best friends are girls. And one of them is a childhood best friend.
Immediately now. No, go on.
But me and him have had like quite like deep conversations about this, because they're really of the vein that like in their head, they're a Scorpio as well, remember, in their head, as soon as they meet somebody, there is like a switch of like, right, something could potentially happen, and they go in that box, or they go in a box of absolutely never, ever, 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 that will never happen, regardless like of anything. They just put them in that box in their head, and nothing can take them out of that box.
Right.
So that's how he sees it, to the point where he's explained that even he's been in the room while like one of them's got changed before, and like that's what they do, like they wouldn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
They just do that.
Okay, so I saw this video explaining the way that guys and girls view each other, and it's very different. So there's men, this is just one theory, so there's men and they either could see a girl that they would just fuck but they'd never date them, or they put them in the relationship box. Whereas girls will fuck guys will fuck guys sorry about that. Girls will fuck guys, but they will fuck the same type of guys that they would also date. So they may put a guy in the fuck box, but with potential to have a relationship, or they might put them in the friendship box, never going to be attracted to them whatsoever. So this also explains why guys end up in the friend zone, because guys have this, oh, I'll put her in the relationship box, meanwhile he's in the friendship box where she would never even like consider fucking him.
That's really interesting, because the guys that I have like been friends with for a while and I'm still like close to are the types of guys that I would date. However, unfortunately, they aren't the type of guys that I do date. Because if I did date those types of guys, I'd probably have had a much more successful relationship and life. So I should probably be going for people that are more like my friends. But that is interesting. I think the idea that girls sleep with people that they would potentially date is the same people, but a man would go on a night out, pull someone, shag them, but like they wouldn't ever have a relationship with them, because that's not the type of person they get in a relationship with.
Yeah.
So just to go back to the problem of the girl best friend, I feel like if it is something that you're worried about, then like you've got a reason to be worried about it. Because the guy that I'm seeing and the girl that he's talked about, when he's spoken about her, I've never felt like threatened or anything, like in the way that he's spoken. That is very true, but that would be more down to like how she's acting. So that's where it comes from. But whether he likes her or not, I think with Scorpios especially, they're literally all or nothing. They aren't faffing about having this friendship where they're not like, right, I really like this person and I'm gonna keep dating. Scorpios genuinely are all or nothing.
Yeah, they're not waiting it out.
No, they're moving on and they're falling head over heels for someone else. So if you did get back with this person, then I wouldn't really worry about the friend from their perspective of what they like.
I'd meet the friend.
Meet the friend first, see what the dynamic's like.
Men and women get very confused between what their actual friendship or relationship is. How many times have you heard of like a girl, she thinks the guy's really into her and then, you know, he cheats, or, you know, you find out they're seeing somebody else as well, or they're just not on the same page. They get a bit confused. So it could be that they see them as a friend, but this girl best friend sees it as something else.
What's the difference between a relationship and a friendship apart from sex? Because if you've got a best friend that is the gender that you're attracted to, and that's your best friend, but there's nothing there, but they are the gender that you're attracted to, and so you will help them, you'll be there for them, you'll be their emotional support, you'll go on holidays together, you might even live together. The only thing you don't do is have sex. So what is the difference apart from that?
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So surely, oh my god,
it's literally just the attraction. And then there's the argument where guys would be like, so would you be friends with an ugly girl that you're not attracted to? why would a guy, think in the guy's mind, why would a guy entertain an ugly girl in the first place to even consider a friendship? So no, guys and girls cannot be friends. Sorry.
Oh my god, so what am I supposed to do? Stop being friends with my guys?
I would.
But I'm going to see one of them next week. I'm going to see another one of them after this. I'm going to have to let them know. In fact, if you're listening, boys, if you're listening, we're not friends anymore.
I'm not being friends with guys just for the sake of it. When I meet a guy, I immediately know whether I want to fuck them or not.
Yeah, no, I did. I did meet them and know that I didn't want to. I think the thing is with me, the guys that I've met, they were at uni. Right. And I met them in a space where there was girls there as well. So we're all obviously a friendship group. And that friendship group is still the same. But like, we're all friends individually because we all live in different places now.
I suppose it's kind of different.
Yeah, it is kind of different. And one of them obviously I ended up living with. And the other one, like, one's married now, and I'm friends with his wife because we were friends at uni as well, and I'm friends with the other one who's engaged and his fiance. I'm friends with them, so it's not really the same. Like I'm meeting up with one on the road and we're going on to the cinema and stuff like that. I'm usually with like their partner when I see them anyway now, so it is a bit different.
It's more like a couple friendship.
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing I just want to call myself out on. If I meet a guy and I'm attracted to him and he starts being nice to me, like I'm not going to see it in a friendship way.
That's true.
Okay, that's just me though. People will feel different. I'm just a bit of a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So I'd struggle with that. Basically, when I'm meeting guys, it's either we're going to be together forever or you're literally just a fuck or I just don't respect you.
So you see it in the way that guys...
Yeah, I think I'm a bit more of like a guy. Yeah. I definitely do have some like masculine, like Sagittarius traits.
Yeah. Anyway, have we answered this question?
Remind me of their zodiac sign.
They're a Pisces, and basically what they're wanting to know is like... Obviously, we've gone through the girl best friend thing. We've said see the vibe, but they want to start talking to them again. They don't really know how. It didn't end badly. It just was timing, and the girl was one of the reasons. Actually, the girl's one of the reasons they stopped talking.
What are we saying then? Are they going to give it another shot?
The Pisces wants to start speaking to the Scorpio again, so they're not currently talking. They want to slide back in.
Yeah, but are we letting them actually do that?
No. I don't know. That's just that for me is just the vibe that I'm getting. I'm thinking probably not, just because if that girl best friend's there and you've said that's one of the reasons you stopped talking, then I won't get involved. Leave them to it, because even if there isn't actually anything there, if there's like an ounce of jealousy from the girl best friend, I wouldn't be able to be asked to get involved. No, leave me out.
No, I get you.
Like, let them do their dance and eventually fall in love.
Yep.
I don't want to be that person in the movie that gets let down.
Yeah, nobody wants, especially not Pisces.
There's always the guy in the movie, isn't there, that like has been really nice to the girl all the way through, and then but then the girl like realises she's in love with her best friend and like sacks him off, and the poor guy's like waiting to go to prom on his own.
A kissing booth. A kissing booth.
Yeah, the first one or the second one.
I don't know, I can't remember how the second one went, but that's like, she's got that guy best friend.
Yeah.
They're basically just going to fall in love with each other.
Yeah, basically. Right, next question. I'm a Taurus sun, Scorpio moon, and Gemini rising. And I'm dating an Aries sun, Scorpio moon, and Sagittarius rising. We have so much fun together. We laugh at each other's jokes, and the sex is amazing.
Whoop.
But they are very possessive and jealous, and sometimes I feel like they want/demand things from me that I don't want to do.
Yikes.
They tell me they would love to spend every day with me, and it freaks me out because I need time to be alone and recharge.
Oh, did you write in? That's you. You can definitely relate to that feeling.
I just need to recharge all the time, me. I need to, when I go to the shop, I need to come home and recharge. I'm like, everybody get out my energy space. Yeah, no, I didn't write in. None of those are my signs. But what's interesting about these two people, to start off with, is they're both Scorpio moons.
Ooh.
And they said the sex is amazing.
What's the Scorpio moon like?
Well, Scorpios are obviously very emotional and intense, aren't they? And then obviously your moon is about your emotions, so I can imagine the sex is good because they're both like really, really deep down in their soul. They probably connect on like more of a soul level.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, and obviously laugh at each other's jokes. So we had a minor technical issue, but we are back now.
Back by popular demand.
We are. So we were on the Scorpio. The Scorpio moons, they've both got the same Scorpio moons, which we kind of went through, and that's why they're having amazing sex, because they've got like the same, like they've got like emotional compatibility.
Yeah, you're having a tangent about that.
But what about the fact that the sun is Taurus and Aries?
Taurus wrote in.
Taurus has wrote in.
Taurus has wrote in and feels pressured by the Aries to do stuff that they don't want to do.
Yeah, and the Aries is very possessive and jealous.
That sounds like Aries, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Aries love the control. They like to make people feel intimidated by them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's just them.
That's just them, and then they've got the Gemini and Sagittarius rising. So the Taurus is a Gemini rising, and the Aries is a Sagittarius rising, and
That's fire.
the Aries wants to spend every day with them. But I find that interesting.
Oh no, you go.
Well, I find that interesting because obviously you've got two Scorpio moons here, and it's to me it's the Scorpio side that wants to be alone. So it's strange that but do Sagittarius want to be with everyone?
What it is, it's the Aries and Sagittarius fire.
Yeah.
So fire signs are very obsessive. But there was something else that I discovered about fire signs as well. Like, they're just quite, like, similar to what I was saying about Aries. Like, they might like to make people feel intimidated. They like to feel really significant.
Right.
As well. So that might play into it. So I think that Aries and Sag combo has just destroyed whatever solitude that Scorpio moon was having.
So, what advice are we going to give them? I don't know. I don't like that they've said that they're jealous and possessive, because to me that's just like an instant red flag and a no-go.
Especially if it's like, it sounds kind of deep-rooted, that, because that is a typical Aries trait.
But
it's a stereotype.
If you're saying that you're having loads of fun together and the sex is amazing,
keep fucking. That's what I say.
I'm gonna take a slightly different approach and tell you just to talk to them about the possessiveness and jealousness and see how they respond, and if they're really defensive, then no. Because to me it's all about, like, I'm happy to have a conversation with someone about it, but if they don't respond in the way that I like and they're defensive about the fact that they're possessive and jealous, then I'm done. But there's no harm in talking to them if they've got 2 out of 3. There's no harm in having a chat.
Do you not think? I was going to say, if you're going to have a chat, reach them on a emotional level.
Just after you've had sex, or just before?
During.
During.
That's when they're at their best, from the sounds of it. No, I don't know. I don't know how I'd approach an Aries if I was telling them that I don't like what they're trying to make me do. You know, how do you?
I think you just sit down and tell them, and then if they like I said, if they get angry or anything like that, then you're done. What they need to do is bring it up in a way where the actual situation is occurring. So, for example, I'm going to use like a really stupid example, but they're trying to get you to change the channel on the TV to something else. Like, I'm sure it's more serious than that, but let's say that's something that they're trying to like force you to do.
Yeah.
In that moment, I'd be like, how come you're always trying to like influence me to like do what you want to do and not do what I want to do? So when the thing comes up, or I'd even question the thing and be like, oh, is it really that serious? Like, can't I just do what I want to do? Why would you want? Or really, really like, what's the word? Reverse psychology. Why would you want to be with someone that does exactly what you want?
Oh, that could work.
Do you want someone that's got like no opinion and just does exactly what you want?
Yeah, like, oh, it'd be no fun if, you know, we just did what you want to do all the time, or we never did what I want.
Yeah, and like, so
be no fun if, you never question me on something.
Yeah, and I'd question it in like that respect and just see again how they then respond, because it might make them think, or they might turn around to you and say, actually, yeah, I want someone to do exactly what I want. And then you can be like...
and then this rage just comes over them.
And then you'll be like, okay, see ya.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we need to move on to the next question.
Let's move on to the next question then.
This will be the last question. I am dating a Cancer and I am a Scorpio. Things can be very intense and hard, but we are really trying to understand each other, and we're long distance.
Long distance. I don't agree with that for a start. Well, it's not that I don't agree with it, I just feel really sad for people that have to do this.
I don't understand long distance, and I'm sure like the situations where there's not much you can do, but I don't understand how you can have a like technology relationship, that's what I call them. Because that's what it is. If you're not seeing each other and you're literally spending your whole time on FaceTime and like video chat, whatever, or on the phone and texting, and that is your whole relationship. And I was actually having a conversation with someone about this the other week, saying that like I would 100% not do a long distance relationship because I need too much
get back
attention.
Together.
Because you're basically single without any of the benefits.
Yeah.
And you've got to spend all your time like FaceTiming this person to try and keep this relationship going. And what is the point when you're not gonna like, if you're not going to see each other very much, or you're not going to see each other very often? I find it really, really weird, and it sounds exhausting.
Yeah, that's really sad.
But
what was the rest of it?
Yeah, but if you are in a long-term relationship and you want to be in a long-term relationship
and you want to try and make it work,
yeah, it said that the things can be very intense between the Cancer and the Scorpio, and hard, and we're really trying to understand each other. I would want to know a little bit more about like what's difficult, because I can see how you can be intense, two water signs, and like like we've said 100 times, Scorpios are fucking intense. But I want to know what is hard, because I feel like we can't really help too much if we don't know what the difficulty is.
Yeah.
Like what's hard.
Not tell us that.
So if you want to write back in and let us know what is hard, because is it the long distance that's hard?
I don't know, how did they word it? Did it sound like it's the long distance that's hard, or
it just says things can be very intense and hard, but we're trying to understand each other, and we are long distance, sad face.
Right, okay, the long distance thing they made it sound like it's just a little add-on. Oh, and by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it the long distance?
That's a huge thing.
So we don't know what's hard, but in terms of just like trying to understand each other, that must be really difficult long distance.
I'll tell you what's not hard.
What? The dick.
Yeah.
Well, the dick might be hard.
Sex.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what you're missing. That's why it's so difficult. What is the right? What I don't understand the point, but if it gets too hard, leave it. It's long distance. Find someone closer.
That is so. What's the word like? Desensitive, unsensitive, insensitive.
Yeah.
Find some. If you're in a long distance relationship, find someone closer. If you're homeless, just buy a home. It's giving that kind of vibe.
Right. No, that is very true. I think, obviously, what I mean by that is just, you don't force something to work just because it might not work. Being in two separate places, there's a large chance it's not going to work. Everyone says that. Everyone has that opinion of long distance relationships, like, oh, it's probably not going to work. Like, everybody thinks that.
There's a reason for it.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. And if it's going to be long distance for 5 months, that's a bit different. But if you're permanently long distance, yeah, literally like dump them and find a closer Scorpio. Because there's loads. Promise you.
Yeah, there's loads of Scorpios. You've got a bag full. You've got DMs full of Scorpios. We'll send you one that's a bit closer.
I'll send you a slightly less intense Scorpio that's closer. Just let me know your address, your location, and I'll get it sorted.
Oh,
right.
That was not nice.
So sorry, but you didn't give us much information to go on.
Okay.
So what can we do? Shall we move on to our problem of the week?
Yeah, it's my week.
It's your. Why are you saying it that intensely?
Because I'm excited.
Okay,
okay. I'm excited, like I've got one planned ahead, but okay, right, this one. Do you believe in karma, and do you think it's right? If you do believe.
I think I do believe in karma, because I believe that the energy that you put out there is the energy that you end up getting back.
Right.
So if you're putting out negative energy, you're going to get negative energy back. It might happen in 5 years, it might happen in 10 years, it might happen tomorrow, but it's the same as like if you're having negative thoughts, you're going to have a bad day. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So I 100% believe in karma. Do I believe it's right? I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because let's say you're 13 and you steal your mum's car and run someone over and they die.
Yep.
And then...
happens all the time.
That was a really extreme
I love your hypotheticals. They're amazing.
Extreme. But, so, let's say that happens and then you are a good person after that. Like, you really, really try hard at your life and you give to charity all the time. You help homeless people. You're lovely. And you spend another 10 years, like... regretting it and just trying to be a good person, and on that 10th year anniversary of you running someone over, you get run over. Is that right? Because that's basically what we're saying. But if karma's quick, then probably it's right, because you're getting a quick response. But I don't really think that's how karma works. It could happen at any time, which I think it should be the fear in it.
I don't know if it's... I don't really know about it. Karma comes from like an actual religion, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe a better question would have been like, if someone does something bad, do they deserve for something bad to happen to them? Because people have this argument, why do good things happen to bad people? And my answer...
good things happen to bad people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do good things happen to bad people?
Yeah.
Right? Because they say, you know, it's not fair. And my answer to that would be that good things might happen to them, but they're not happy. Their actual life is not good for them.
that is a good answer. But do bad things... I think that... I don't know if... I don't like the idea of bad things happening to anyone, really. Like, if that was my choice, nothing bad would happen to anyone. But then again, if something bad's got to happen, I want it to happen to a bad person.
Same.
So, yeah. I do believe in karma.
Okay.
And it's a bitch.
She is. Or he. Whoever karma is.
Whoever karma is that day. Did you answer?
Not really.
Well, what's your answer then?
Yes and yes.
Yeah. Yes, you believe in karma, and yes, you think it's good that it basically happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Cool.
Keeps the world moving round.
Well, keeps the world moving round. Well, that is the end of this week's episode.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple and Spotify.
And write in.
And I'm Ayesha.
I'm Atalia.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.